I need her to come back.
Maybe something else.
They're gonna be nice to her for the first week though, and I don't need that. We need to talk heated about these issues. What's going on YouTube? It's Kevin and Mikkel. We are back with another video. I hope you guys have had a great week. I'm having a great week. It's just been raining too damn much. I told y'all it's been raining since last Thursday. Hurricane Florence is coming, or she, by the time this is up, should be close to the North Carolina coast. If you are in those areas and you decided to stay home, all I can do is pray for you. I'm glad that a lot of y'all has heeded the warning to get out of the area. It's getting to the point where they're saying if you call 911, no one will answer, so do not call us. We told y'all to leave and y'all decided to stay. Yeah. You know, the sad thing is for the people that can't get up and just leave, because CNN was in some areas of South Carolina, and some people, I mean, the people they were interviewing, oh my God. But they just like, they don't have nowhere to go. They don't have a car. Now those people I do feel sorry for. But they do have like those little
but I'm sure they have places where you have shelters, and then probably some type of bus or somebody would be able to come
pick them up and keep them where they can be safe from the storm. You know, and I do feel bad for those kind of people, but it's a lot of people that's being defiant. They showed them out on the beach. Like, bitch, why are y'all on the beach when a hurricane is coming? I don't get that.
Are they us?
No.
No, of course not.
No. But some of our people are still staying home too, because I had family in North Carolina, and you remember Angel from Concrete Loop. She's like, I'm staying home. I done did Hurricane Sandy. I did Hurricane Irene.
I don't want to do no hurricane, so therefore I'm not staying home.
Yeah, me neither. So I was like, may the Lord be with you.
Yeah.
Be safe. Pray for y'all.
Yeah.
And then when my cousin, he showed the picture on Monday of how the sky looked, and I believe he's in Raleigh, North Carolina. That shit looked crazy. It looked like one of those day after tomorrow skies. It was just bad. I wouldn't stay there, but you know, may the Lord be with them. So yeah, shout out to all of y'all that's braving the hurricane. If you're watching us for the first time, please click the subscribe button. To everyone watching, click the like button, which is the thumbs up button right beneath our video. If you see, what you're not going to do is be in here and then have your phone
just
off and all these text messages. Turn the bullshit off. Because I don't want you in my room looking like this.
I don't give a fuck. You always look like
I don't know why Mikkel done sent you up here.
I didn't know she was behind me.
Oh, but this is going to be good for the video. And if you got something to say, chime in. But know what you're talking about.
Well, I ain't chiming. I don't want to chime in.
Alright, we're going to talk about you. Right, Ma?
Don't speak him up.
Go ahead. Yes. So yeah, we got our girl Sade from down the block. Or if y'all, she skipped our fucking barbecue. She didn't come to the live show. It was. And she didn't come to the block party. I don't care.
I can't.
I almost didn't.
I ain't surprised.
I almost didn't want to come to the block
Okay,
party.
I was over it, that rain. But that was a month ago. That was so fast. But yeah, so that's Sade. So it's been some stuff going on. I had to really look at some stuff because the first and only topic I had was just Tamar on Wendy Williams, and I had to keep looking and looking and looking, and I found some good stuff. So Tamar Braxton, she's actually going on tour with Snoop Dogg. They're doing a play called A Redemption of a Dog. I don't know what the play is about because Wendy really didn't talk about it that much, and after what Tamar revealed, I didn't even care about her being in the play. So Tamar was on Wendy Williams. I guess they taped the show yesterday because news came out that she was sexually abused. So Tamar came out on there. She talked about her having a new man. She talked about her and Vince. They are well, not divorced. She sent Vince the divorce papers. She never said they were divorced, but she has a new man. He's from Nigeria. He has dreadlocks. He has a nice body from the picture they showed on the Instagram thing. She says she's in love. She's been with him for about 3 months, and this is the same person. Somebody sent me a picture like 3 months ago. It was a while ago. They was like, "Can you talk about this?" I didn't want to talk about it. Talk about it for what? So you know, she says she got a new man. So then Wendy gets to the topic that I really want her to talk about, and that was Iyanla Vanzant. Iyanla Vanzant has interviewed the Braxton sisters for their reality show, Braxton Family Values, and she's getting to the bottom of
Drama.
The walkout, yeah, the drama, and then the drama within the sisters. The drama within the network of them boycotting and how it affects them all as sisters on the show. So we seen multiple clips. We seen one clip of Iyanla talking with Tracy about the walkout, and then we seen a clip with Iyanla talking to Tamar, and then asking Tony how did she feel about Tamar's animated expressions, and Tony was like, it makes her feel disappointed. And
she was never here for it.
Yeah, but she was like, but her whole life, you know, she's like, maybe I shouldn't say it like that, and then whatever. But Tamar was saying that she didn't like the fact that it was brought up that she was sexually molested, and Tamar decided to tell Wendy Williams that she was molested on both sides of her family. And you know, she said, of course she knew who it was, so it was on both sides. But Wendy didn't get down to, like, Wendy didn't break it down. Like, somebody come out and talk about something like that. Well, how are you doing? How are you dealing with this? How do you feel after releasing this? Like, it was nothing. Wendy just went on and like asked her another question and just left it alone.
As if she didn't just reveal something big like that.
Yeah, and Tamar was just like, well, somebody else told Iyanla this, and she's like, that's why she had called Iyanla the devil and called Iyanla by her real name on Twitter and stuff.
Who did? Tamar called Iyanla the devil?
Yeah, she said, she was like, what's his name? L. Davis, like, I told you that bitch was a fraud, and then she was like, you did, Rhonda is the devil. So, I don't know if that tweet is still up, but I only seen the screen caps of it. Excuse me. So, my thing is this. Tamar, this is a big situation. If you walked out because someone else told your story, you know, you're still running away from this situation of what happened to you. And you said that only a couple people knew this secret, including the new man that you have. But think of all the secrets that maybe your sisters kept to themselves that you aired out on the show. You've aired out a lot of your sister's business, from who's cheating on who did this and who did that.
Wait, so she's calling Iyanla a fraud because somebody, one of her sisters, told Iyanla what happened.
I don't know.
So
She never said who said it, but I'm sure it's one.
So then why is Iyanla the fraud?
Because maybe Iyanla made her look at herself, but we haven't seen the video yet. We haven't seen anything.
Yeah, but if, I mean, you're right. But if, I'm assuming, and what you're saying sounds like it could be right. But then why would still Iyanla be the fraud? Because she now is talking, because that could be one of the reasons
it's
why.
It's down to the root of why this family is the way they are. Not just her, everybody.
Yeah, but her particularly could be one of the reasons why she acts the way she is. Because we all know when kids are very young and they get molested or whatever the case, they start to act out. A lot of them act out. Some of them get quiet and, you know, but then others act out. And she is someone who acts out. And this could be one of the reasons why she acts out the way she does. But I'm still trying to figure out why Iyanla would be considered a fraud if somebody brought it to Iyanla's attention. It doesn't make sense to me.
I'm not sure why, but I just feel like hiding it and running away from it once it's already out, only thing you can do is deal with it and face it head on. Because there's so many women, it's so many people that look up to Tamar. It's so many people. And talking about being molested as a child and how you're coping with it and how you're finally dealing with it, you can help so many other people who has suppressed it themselves and just kept it in the back of their mind, oh, someone did this to me, but I bet not say nothing. You know, you can help so many people. But maybe Tamar wasn't ready to talk about it. But when you're dealing with someone with Iyanla, it's like, well, when is the right time? This is the right time. Because Iyanla digs at the root of your issues. She's not going to do a half-assed job. She has to do her job. And, you know, if she went like this with Tamar, I can only imagine what happened between her and Miss Evelyn. Because I know that has to be a heated scene. And that's something that I want to see. Because she's going to say you have 5 girls and they all, don't talk about my phone, this is our show. So each of your daughters got something from you.
But I said that a long time ago, did I not? I did say that.
You sure did.
I said that, when I forget what season, it may have been last season, and when Miss Evelyn was acting out towards the husband. I said that a long time ago, and I also said that when Trina was on Iyanla, and I said that when Iyanla started digging at Trina and started calling Trina out for her ways, I said, well, Trina gets it from her mother, you know, and some people didn't want to hear it.
Yeah.
But now, it's, I mean, hello, you got to get it from somewhere. You know, you have to get it somewhere. Look at the mother. She had a very, very failed relationship with their father. And the mother really couldn't move on from the fact that, yes, the father cheated on her and did X, Y, Z. But she couldn't move on from that. You know, the father moved on. He got a new woman. He got a new wife. And the mother was still bitter. She couldn't be around the new woman. This, that, and the
Even
third.
the sisters couldn't be around the new
Right,
woman.
but they couldn't be around the new woman because of the mother. And their whole thing was, if my mom don't like her, then I don't like her.
But wait a minute, she was in the church too. She used to be a member of their church.
Listen, I wouldn't give a damn if she was a member of
I wouldn't like the
my church. No, I'm not saying that you need to become friends with her, but at some point you need to learn, you have to move on. Because her not moving on, it was harboring all that bitterness. And it was like, it was to the fact that, what was it? One of them was getting married and they didn't know if they should invite the dad because of how the mom would feel. And it's like, how can you live like that? This is your mom and this is your dad. Listen, if I'm getting married and I want my father to walk me down the aisle, Mom, you're just going to have to get over the fact that, and then on top of that, that was years ago when he cheated on her.
It was either Trina or Tamar. It was one of them that got married and the father wasn't there.
Yeah, but they didn't invite the father because of the mother.
Yeah.
And it's like, come on, like, who does that? Like, he cheated on you. That was years ago when they were all teenagers. They're all women in their 40s. It's time to move on, Miss Evelyn. And that's another reason why she can't get a man. Because she's still worried about her ex-husband who is married and living his new life and not thinking shit about her.
Look, I ain't gonna comment on this.
Well, I sure.
You sure did.
At some point, you have to move on, Kevin.
Yeah,
At some point, you
that's
have
true.
to be mad, but then it's time to move on. Because you're too old to be still, every time he come in the room, you just bitter. Like, and then it makes you look stupid because he's happy.
He really is.
He's happy with his
And
new
they
life.
love being around.
And they love, right.
They love
And
being
it's
around
like,
him.
why are you still mad when I cheated on you damn near 30 years ago? And you still mad? We ain't been together in 30 years and you still mad at me? Let that hurt go, sis, because you ain't going to be able to move on. And that's why her daughters are, well, some of them are in the position that they're in because they're following the pattern of their mother. They don't need Iyanla to tell them that. I can tell them that.
But y'all are gonna give them the real.
Hopefully she does.
I hope so too.
Because the fish stinks from the head.
Head to the tail. Yeah, I'll never forget that episode.
And Miss Evelyn is the head.
You
And
got-
Tamar is the tail.
You got a problem with her and her house.
Yeah. Remember that? They were sitting in the front yard when she told her.
Oh, you don't like it? Why don't you just leave?
If you're not a
What did
real
you say?
Iyanla Van Zandt fan, you won't know what we're talking about. That was with their family.
Yes, like my house. So they had a big house and a big lawn.
Yeah. Can you imagine this family on that show? Nina and Barb. First of all, Nina and Barb together.
Yeah. So you
Y'all
gotta be
even
ready.
read the rest of y'all.
You gotta deal with. You gotta be ready to deal with the issues. And my family, hell no, they're not gonna be ready to deal with it. Nope, because they try to fight Iyanla, and I wouldn't let that
They
happen.
be trying to fight Iyanla for the truth. Because the truth is being revealed.
And that's what Tamar's doing right now.
Yeah.
She's upset because her truth was revealed by someone else.
And she's letting her minions tell her that Iyanla is a fraud. And she's
Iyanla is
fraud.
not a fraud.
Right.
Iyanla gives you the tools. Now it's up for you to use them. So if you don't use them, then you don't have to. This is your life.
Right.
She's trying to help you fix your life. You wrote the letter. Who wrote the letter?
I don't know.
Because she damn sure ain't writing letters to y'all.
You can already say something.
Yeah, I know you want to say something. What you got to say? Would you be okay with, I know you said your dad passed, but would you be okay with him having a new wife or whatever?
Well, my dad did have a wife.
Was you cool with her?
It wasn't that we needed to be cool with her because we didn't need to be. We had our mom. We didn't need to be cool with her. So the only time we was in her presence is when she was swiping her card.
That is some bullshit.
I'm
Did you
serious.
like the lady?
It was nothing to like about her. We didn't need to. You feel me? Our dad was there being a father, and we had our mom, so we didn't.
Y'all didn't disrespect her though.
we never even had to even come close.
Y'all were never even in the same. Did she want to know y'all?
It don't even matter. She knew us and we knew her. Like if my dad had something like a cookout, he would come get me and my sister. We would come and get to a cookout. But other than that, it was nothing for us to need to be around her. You know what I mean? Other than if she was.
She wasn't the reason why your dad wasn't with your mom, was she?
No.
No. So y'all just didn't want to have no type of relationship.
It wasn't our choice. We didn't care. My dad didn't care to.
It
was no reason to.
He didn't really intertwine y'all together.
No, we knew her. We,
right.
You know what I mean, and stuff like that. But who give a fuck?
Okay.
Like we ain't, disrespect because we never needed to. Like,
right? Because she never did nothing.
Yeah, she never did nothing to her. Yeah, but we had our mom, so we didn't need to be around her. We didn't need to be there because we always was at my grandma's house. You know what I mean? Like if we was from my mom, we went to there, and we went there. My dad had something. Or if he cooked and he wanted us to come over. Other than that, my dad went. Other than that, my dad left work. He came to pick us up. We went shopping. If she was in the car in our presence, it was because she was spending money. She get in the car, she speak, we speak, and that's the end of our conversation.
Well, then, how long did Dad knew her for? What was with her?
He knew her for a while because my aunt and them knew her, so she must be.
Well, they were married, right?
Yeah. And to be honest, we didn't even really know they was married because my dad played so much.
I used to date somebody like that.
Yeah. Like we knew
they was married, and I thought they were joking.
Yeah, like we knew that. He had a girl and they lived with each other and things like that. But
this not recent.
Yeah.
Whatever.
When I read my house,
I know you came here and woke me up and told me. I'm so mad about that. I'm still mad. He woke me up out of good sleep. To tell me he got. Never mind.
My dad's wife didn't know about Kalia until my dad died.
Who said another girl?
His daughter.
He didn't know.
She did.
He knew.
Like my mom didn't even know for a certain many years, but my mom found out because my mom still used to come to my grandma's house or whatever, because her and my aunt and stuff, they still was cool. So if my mom come past my grandma's house, it was like, who the fuck is this little girl that looked just like Dominique? Because she looked like Dominique.
Now she looks just like you.
Yeah, but if you see pictures of Dom, Kalia looked like Dom when she was younger. So as Kalia just running around with my grandma's house, my mom just keep looking at her like.
But your grandmama,
we all knew. Yeah. Like my dad been introduced us, when she was born. So
but your mother didn't know.
We never said nothing.
But your mom and dad wasn't even with him.
No, but he still was fucking her.
Oh my God.
That's the game.
But Mr. Braxton ain't definitely doing that with this.
See, my dad was one of those days. So it was like, my sister there with us and stuff like that, and it's like, who is this little girl that keep running past and she looked just like my daughter? So eventually it was like, he ain't never tell you that's their sister. So then eventually Kalia started coming over to the house.
To your house with your mom?
Yeah, with your sister, period.
Because your mom's not with him no more.
Right. But with my dad's wife, she didn't find out until my dad passed away.
Your dad probably didn't want to tell her because he was with. Do you think he cheated? He wasn't with her when around the time Kalia was born, wasn't he?
He was with his wife. Yeah.
Also,
he had a baby on the side. Yeah.
That's what he told. He was fucking bitches.
That's
Did
why
he have a baby with the
wife?
You got any?
That's why he didn't tell his wife.
Right.
Because he cheated on her and Kalia was conceived when he was cheating on her.
Right. So when my dad passed away, she wasn't on his stuff. Like she wasn't his beneficiary and stuff. So if it wasn't for the wife, like approving it, she wouldn't be getting no Social Security.
But the wife did.
Right. But when she turned 18, which she did, she not gonna get the pension checks that me and Dominique had got. Like me and Dominique had got like a lot of money. She not gonna get it.
Let's move on. Viola Davis.
Well, you said
she's a show in her own show.
Yeah. Well, you said she can say something.
I'm not bad. I was listening.
Oh, me too.
Viola Davis was being interviewed, and she was asked about roles that she regrets, or did she have a role that she regret? And she said that she regretted playing her character in The Help. Now, I loved Aibileen Clark. I don't know why. I understand why she didn't like when she looked back. She was saying that the maids in the movie that was like her mother and her grandmother, but she felt like their voices weren't really being heard throughout the film, and it was more so the story of the white woman. And I do agree, but the maids played a major part in the film.
It's funny to me that she says that because, and maybe I need to look at The Help again, because when I think of The Help, I only think of, like I told you, Viola and Octavia. So much so that Octavia won an Oscar for that film. So I'm trying to figure out how she thought that their voices weren't heard when Octavia was actually the only actor from that movie to win an Oscar.
Yeah. But I've seen The Help at least 50 times.
I haven't seen it that many times. I've only seen it once.
It's one of my favorite movies. It's like 2 hours and 20 minutes long. I can tell you all that. It's one of my favorite movies because yes, you do have the story with the maids, but you also have the stories with the white women and their husbands and their agendas, and then you have like the circle within the white women that's there, and you got one have their initiative, putting their initiatives in the newsletter and trying to do coat drives and help the children from Africa. Meanwhile, they're being rude as hell to their house, to their help. And then you have the story of, oh my God, what is her name? The lead character. I can't remember her name for some reason.
Sissy Spacek.
No, that's Emma somebody.
Emma Thompson.
No, it's another Emma. It's Emma Stone. Her character she's fresh out of college. She doesn't have a man. She doesn't have her own apartment. She lives at home. Meanwhile, her girlfriends that she went to college with, they got their degrees or whatever, but they got married and they have children, and she doesn't. Her dream is to like work for a newspaper company. You know, and women at that time, it was rare that they had big roles and jobs and stuff like that. So it is more so their story than about the black women's story, but everybody's story to me, especially Aibileen and Minnie, they had made, it was great. And then that book, because if it wasn't for them sharing their story, you know, that book would have never came out. But it was a lot going on in that film. And I just loved it.
You know, the film always reminded me of, and it's not necessarily the same story, kind of the same time frame, but it always reminded me of The Long Walk Home. You ever see that movie?
With
Sissy Spacek and Whoopi Goldberg, and it was kind of like a similar story. Whoopi was the maid of Sissy Spacek, and it was during the whole Montgomery bus boycott, and she was trying to. She worked for Sissy Spacek and her husband, and she, once the boycott and stuff happened, she refused to take the bus. And Sissy, you know, it's not the same type of story, but it kind of reminded me.
That movie was good.
It's a good movie, but to me, I felt like both of the stories, just like in The Help, they all intertwine. So I guess because Viola Davis is an actor and she played this role, that she saw something that maybe I don't see. But I felt like the movie itself was good, and I also felt like she did a really good job. I thought Octavia did a really good job. But when you told me this, that she felt this way, it kind of reminded me of when Will Smith did 6 Degrees of Separation. And Will Smith a few years ago came out in an interview and said that he regretted not kissing the man in that movie, because in that movie Will Smith was gay. He played a gay prostitute, and he was still young in his career. And there's a scene where him and the guy are to kiss, and the way the camera is panned, you can't really see them kissing. You can only see the back of their heads. But Will Smith said they never kissed, but he said that he regretted not doing it because he felt as though, as an actor, he wanted to challenge himself, and he thought at that time he was really immature in the mind, and he thought that if he was seen kissing another man, that it would somehow mess with his masculinity.
I think it probably would have.
It probably would have, yeah, because it was the early 90s, and again, he was fresh off. He was still doing the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He was still this big rapper, so it probably would have, but as a mature actor now, he said that he regretted not doing it because he felt as though it didn't do what he wanted to
showcase him as an actor,
right? Because he didn't go all the way
with the character,
right. Yeah. But it's funny when you find these actors who have regrets like this, especially when you be like, "Dad, I thought it was good."
Is there?
Well, how many young do?
One, but I think that's your mom's.
Yeah, can you tell her to turn that down?
Your mother, she's not in there. She's all the way downstairs.
Yeah, but why would that be her TV on display?
Yeah, that's true. Unless somebody's in that room. That's what I said. That's her voice, but I don't think that's your mom.
Let me see. Turn that TV down.
Say hello.
Turn that TV down.
Is that your mom?
Yeah.
Oh, she came with the steps.
Hello?
She probably looking for the remote. You think she looking for the remote?
Mom!
Told you. Wait a minute.
Yeah, they got the lottery on. It's 7 o'clock. Yeah, but I really enjoyed The Help. That's my movie. And you know, it's sad to hear that, but I understand, but I really don't think that movie was just about the maids. And then now, like, you know, at that time there was so many black people being nominated for roles like maids and slaves. It's kind of like it got to the point where people like, I'm tired of those stories being told.
But you know what's so interesting? I get confused when I hear black people say, why we always got to play maids and this. Well, who else is going to play it? Hello?
But
why we always got to be portrayed? Well, no, we were not always maids and servants. No, we were not. But we're not going to act like we weren't. You understand what I'm saying?
But how many times does, like, I know that because there's many different slaves and so many different stories, but I think it was the point where people were tired of hearing about.
Yeah, but look at some of the most influential black people from that era who were born into slavery. You see what I'm saying? Like, how can we tell their stories without mentioning the slavery part? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So how can we do that? Yes, there are great influential black people who did not grow into slavery. Yes, just like movies like Titanic. Titanic could have been made totally different than what it was because there was actually a well prominent black family on that ship that you never talk about. The father didn't survive, but his wife and his children survived. He was a black man married to this white French woman.
What?
In second class. He had money, but you never hear about that. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of stories can be told, but it's like, if we don't tell these slave stories, how can we talk about people like Frederick Douglass and all these other people who were born into slavery, but then try to act like slavery never happened?
Has it ever been a Frederick Douglass movie?
Probably not. Not a good one.
But I heard they.
You know who I can see playing Frederick Douglass? Take a wild guess.
Please don't say. I was going to think he's going to say
Denzel Washington.
I knew you was I was about to say
Denzel. If they made Denzel with that great Denzel would kill that role. I could see Denzel Washington and only Denzel. And only Denzel. Because when you really look at some pictures of Frederick Douglass, I see Denzel.
I've never looked at no. You know what? I don't want to let you have that one because I've never seen it. But he would kill it. He probably he really would. And he's an aged actor.
Yeah.
You know?
Now his son probably could play the young Frederick Douglass.
Bitch, come on, you better stop talking too much. You won't get a check. Stop talking too much.
And his mother, who was working before he was, okay? Because let it be known.
Yes.
Okay.
He got Craig Melvin together.
Yeah.
Pauletta Davis.
But the point that I'm making is we have to. I love when our stories are told, whether how sad it may be. I love when.
Plus, you're a history buff, so you love that stuff.
And yeah, but it's like I love the fact when I hear about stories of black people that were not born into slavery, the rich people, the people who were born, But I also love because that's a part of our history. And all of us have come from somewhere along the line where somebody in our family was a slave.
Yeah, but it's really to that point.
Or was somebody's maid. Or was somebody's servant. You know what I mean? And I think that in today's society, a lot of people like to put that in the back of their minds, I don't want to think about that no more because it was so long ago. But it's like, that's somewhat erasing history.
But I think that The Help also put Viola Davis on the map.
Yes, I think so too. And I also think it did something for Octavia. I mean, she won an Oscar. And then we get upset when we win Oscars for playing maids. Yeah. I mean, can you imagine if Hattie McDaniel would have got upset for winning that Oscar, for going with the win? She played the maid, and she was the first black actor to win an Oscar. Not first black female actor, first black actor, period, to win an Oscar. And she won an Oscar for playing the maid. Can you imagine if she said, I don't want to win this Oscar because I was a maid. Like, come on. She opened the door for so many other black actors, and to say, why we got to win an Oscar for playing maids?
And before y'all say doubt, yes, she was in doubt, but
Hattie McDaniel's not in doubt.
I'm talking about Viola Davis.
Oh, what to say?
You're fucking trying to get because doubt was good. And they don't even show that as
with
Meryl Streep and Viola Davis.
yeah. And
That
you know
was
what?
good.
I didn't see that whole movie, but what I did see,
Bitch.
yeah.
You want to talk about the Catholic Church?
Yeah, y'all something else.
No, don't say that.
Don't
say that. Because it's nasty, and what they're covering
it was
it
sad.
up,
It was sad.
and they still covering it up and don't want to talk about it.
And that was based in the
But yet
60s.
you won't like gays getting together.
Yeah.
But you got your priests out there touching children.
Touching
and you
little boys.
pushing them, boys and girls, and then pushing them on to another church so they could go get another set of children from another community.
But you know what? It no longer has nothing to do with me because he's no longer in my parish or arts or whatever you want to call it. So therefore, it has nothing to do with it.
But instead of facing it head on, and it reminds me of with that nurse, that nun. Remember that show we was watching with the nun getting killed in Baltimore?
Oh yeah.
See, I forgot the name of it.
Damn. And that was my show.
Yes, it was. Yeah, it reminds me of that.
I put a lot of people into that because
Yes.
everybody's
Somebody
watching
put it
that.
in the comments.
I'm about to find it right now.
Netflix, something.
That's none stupid.
You gonna put
Sister Kathy, what was it called? The Keepers.
The Keepers, yeah.
That was good.
Yes, it was. Did you see it?
When you get past the first episode, because the first episode was slow. But once you get past that, and how he was coming and sending them girls to that office to come see him.
He was doing everything.
Okay.
And there was people, let's not talk about it. It's just So Foxy Brown. No. Michael B. Jordan. Who is that?
Who's she right here?
Okay.
I'm watching them do their show.
Who's that? The air's on, but I'm still hot.
Because the door ain't closed.
Aibileen.
Who's that? China. What she want?
You see, was like the crib shit.
Oh, you going to the crib trade?
You know me.
Why would you be there?
Because I like bread.
I thought you were Bob's.
He was the crib shit.
Oh. Don't say China about to come up here.
Well, you know she'll come up here.
Yes, she will. She will. So, Michael B. Jordan, the person Henry Cavill, I never heard of him, but he's been the person playing Superman. He's no longer playing Superman, and you know when that's done, you know a lot of people came up with these rumors, but they're claiming that Michael B. Jordan is in the running to be the next Superman.
You don't like that?
I don't do with it.
I don't see nothing wrong with it, but because you know, I just feel like we're gonna hear more of the but Superman was a white man.
Okay.
You know, Superman wasn't black, and we're gonna hear it a lot. But it would be great for him to be Superman, just like it would be great if Idris Elba became James Bond.
Yeah.
Like, what is so wrong? Like everybody be having,
but you know who
they
did
claim
this?
they don't see color.
White
but they don't see
society.
color.
White society did this because well, let's take it back. Superman, the comic book, the character came out like in the 30s or 40s, I think it was. So Superman in that time when he was created, of course, wasn't nobody creating no black superhero in the 30s or 40s. So of course it was a white man. So throughout the years, it was played by white men. But that doesn't define Superman is a fictional character. Okay, let's be clear about that. There is no real Clark Kent. So therefore, why can't he be a black man? Superman was not played. Clark Kent is not a Frederick Douglass where you can't see Tom Hanks playing Frederick Douglass because Frederick Douglass was not white. He's a non-fictional character. Superman is a fictional character. So therefore, anybody can play him. B.D. Wong can play him for all the fuck I care.
Age of Superman.
But you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, come on. Hello? Anybody can play Superman.
Yeah.
So I don't understand, but this is white America that's making an issue out of it. Not us, because we're excited. We've already proven to the world that we are successful when it comes to these superhero movies. Look at Black Panther. Look how successful that was. You see what I'm saying?
You can't dress up.
So I'm thinking like, and then Michael B. Jordan was a part of that phenomenon, Black Panther. So can you imagine the fans, the Black Panther fans, going to go see Superman, a black Superman? What? They'd probably make more money than any other white Superman movies. And then what would have happened? White America be all up on, well, not white America, but white Hollywood. Oh, because it's bringing the money. So they'll be excited.
Yeah, I just wouldn't want to see him go through all of that. But if he wants to take on the role, go ahead and do it. Just like if these producers are scared to have Idris Elba plays James Bond.
He would be perfect.
Yeah, go ahead and do it. He's nice looking. He's older.
And he's from over there.
Yeah, he's British.
And he
can
uses
do it.
actual accent.
Yes, yes. Bond, James Bond.
Yeah.
Bond.
James
Bond.
Yeah.
You know the lady at my church who screamed and yelled? Her husband's name is James Bond.
Are you serious?
It's not funny.
I'm laughing because I'm telling you it's a show at his church.
It's a shit show.
And she puts on a show. And then when somebody else is praising them, all you hear is her in the background.
Yeah.
I'm like, now you gonna go back and forth?
Don't do it.
And then you can't talk about nobody's praise.
Don't talk to me. Next time.
But she might be watching. Mariah Carey is black. I mean,
Back.
Mariah Carey.
Another non-fictional character.
Mariah Carey is back.
No,
She got a new song called "Get the Funk Out."
no, she don't. That's the name of the
it's called,
song?
yeah, GTFO. Get the fuck out. And guess what? She's having a Janet moment because I don't know what she's saying except for when she says "Get the fuck out." And this is allegedly a buzz single. The real single comes out in October. So this is just to get the girls talking. But they're not gonna play this on the radio, I don't think. If it's
So
a buzz.
maybe it really is a buzz singer.
Yeah, I don't know, but you singing "Get the Fuck Out," they're gonna block the F out. I don't know, but listen, I really miss Mariah Carey. I miss the fun Mariah Carey. Get out my face, boy, Mariah Carey. That emancipation of Mimi, Mariah Carey. Like from 2005 to 2011, those were the good days with Mariah Carey. And we haven't gotten that Mariah back. And I want her to come back so she can have a number one. I want her to beat the Beatles.
I miss the emancipation of
yeah.
Mimi, Mariah.
Yeah.
2005.
That bitch, you couldn't go nowhere without hearing Mariah Carey, "We Belong Together," or "It's Like That," or "Shake It Off," and all of that. Those three songs right there, that's all you needed. And it sold like 6 million copies. You got her 3 more Grammys. And that was Mariah Carey. But yeah, I don't know. Do you care if she dropped a new album?
You know what? To me, I feel like Mariah Carey is a legend, so therefore, she doesn't have to drop anything anymore. She's a legend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just feel like if you're going to drop music, especially in that status, you need to be dropping good shit, not just anything.
Yeah.
But I don't care what she drops, because she's going to always be a legend. But I just feel like drop something that's worth listening to. Come out with another Emancipation of Mimi. That'll probably never ever happen again, but then again, it probably will.
Yeah,
but
she's still under 50. She might can make something bad.
But
Yeah. Let's move on. So Foxy Brown, bitch, you tried it. So Foxy, you know it's New Year Fashion Week. I don't know if it's still going on, but Foxy Brown. First of all, who's paying Foxy Brown $10,000 to show up at their event?
right.
Somebody that got $10,000 to plug. What you was about to say?
I was going to say the same thing.
Cause bitch.
Somebody who has $10,000 to blow.
Yes. So Foxy was supposed to get $5,000 as an advance, and then get $5,000 when she showed after she performs. Now it's not clear if she only stole $5,000 or did she steal $10,000. That's what's not clear to
But
me.
it is clear she stole it.
Yeah, but it's clear she stole the money. She stole the check out of someone's hand. First of all, she should have never got a check. They said she was drunk. Like early in the night, allegedly she was drunk. She had on two left feet boots, so she was like really walking like her feet was hurting. And you know, Bevy Smith confirmed it. But she wasn't there at the after party. Bevy wasn't at the she wasn't at the
Who the fuck let her come out the house with two? Why do you have two left feet of the same shoe?
$10. I guess he got the wrong boot.
Of the same shoe?
Yes, and she had to wear two left feet.
Who does that? And she was that drunk that she didn't realize that she had on two wrong.
Bitch, if I had two left feet on, I would get drunk too. Because the pain is painful.
Can you imagine walking out the house with two left shoes?
I can't even.
No. Who does that?
So, you know.
So she must be blind and deaf.
Yeah, but something.
And
Ooh, don't do that.
Well, and she must have lost all senses of feeling.
Yeah.
Because she didn't feel that in her foot.
Yeah.
Something was wrong.
And something that Wendy Williams said today is if you wrote a check, why don't you just cancel the check? Don't even let her bring the check back.
Yeah.
Cancel it.
Because first of all,
Still sue
the
her
bank
for
teller
stealing
be looking
before.
at her like, who gave you $10,000? Especially if the bank teller knows her. Somebody paid you $10,000 to come up
I didn't know they were still getting paid like that just to show up. And she was only going to do 2 songs.
Well,
So
I don't
that's
even think
$5,000.
$10,000 is a lot of money for somebody.
But that's
a hip hop. Now that to me is a lot of money for somebody like her. Because again, who's paying to see her? So $10,000
Yes.
here, but you're not going to give somebody like Nicki Minaj $10,000.
No.
No, you're going to give them way more than that. Somebody like Cardi B, you're not going to give her $10,000.
Now
You're not even going to give Lil' Kim $10,000. Foxy Brown, I concede them giving her $10,000.
yeah.
That's a
But that's still a lot. Cause
a tax refund for some checks for some people.
yeah, I be thinking like
I got $10,000 this year.
See? Yeah,
For my
$10,000 is nothing.
And the bitch trying to get it again this year.
Because I think maybe 20 years ago they probably would have been giving Foxy way more than $10,000.
That's what she was actually. But you know, she's always known for showing up real late so she don't perform. She'll get fucked
Who
up.
is paying to see her perform?
Remember she was supposed to perform for one of the Philly Pride
No, but I'm
things.
saying, well, who's paying to see her perform in 2018?
I think that these people are going to the shows and she's just there as like one of the selling points of coming.
Yeah, because these kids, especially these teenagers, they
don't know.
Yeah, so who's
Foxy
paying to
is.
see her?
The old heads.
And that's a crowd I don't want to be involved in. Because it's
Don't do that. But yeah,
because a bunch of sugar daddies in that crowd.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
But shit, I might need to go to the next show.
But you might not be their type.
Yeah.
You ain't got something between your legs. You might have to look, but you have to part.
That's why I don't go to certain events.
Oh!
Because I don't think I have the look or the part.
Bob McHale. Beyonce and LaToya Luckett. So I guess what, Beyonce had a show in Houston? Did she do a show? Dallas. Oh, I'm surprised it wasn't Houston. So Beyonce's in Texas doing the On the Run tour with her husband Jay-Z. And Beyonce and LaToya lit my Instagram on fire.
With the pregnancy?
Yeah. Because that's all I seen up and down. Beyonce and LaToya. And I was so happy to see that picture. And I'm just like, I am really ready for a Destiny's Child reunion. Yes, I'm looking for all the Destiny's Child except for Pharaoh.
So they wasn't friends no more?
But they when they broke up, I don't think they spoke for a long time. And I think this is the first time you saw them in a picture together in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while. Because
Yeah.
I know that they've seen each other
Right.
and stuff.
And she gave LaToya and Latavia, Beyonce gave LaToya and Latavia a shout out a few years ago when she won that award. She gave the members of Destiny's Child
on the Billboard Awards.
Yeah, the Billboard Awards, you know, for helping be a part of
that's her
what she
story.
is today, her story. And we've seen in the past few years LaToya and Kelly hanging out. We've even seen some with LaToya and Michelle, but I don't think we've seen any pictures of LaToya and Beyonce.
Yeah.
So
but we just heard about it.
Yeah.
We've heard about it, but
so this was kind of like a confirmation that
they're cool. Everybody's cool, and why not? Because they're grown and
that was when they were
teenagers.
Yes.
And now they're all mothers.
Yes.
Except for Michelle.
Except everybody, for Michelle. But everybody's mothers, everybody's married.
Yeah.
Everybody has grown up and moved on.
Yes. So I still say that we need a Destiny's Child reunion, and I'm on board with LaToya and Latavia being on the tour. And like I'm here for like that part 1 of the tour, and then. But I really don't want Farrah to be a part of it.
Farrah's not going to be a part of it because number one,
part.
Farrah has no vocals on any of the songs. Farrah was only in that 2 music videos?
Yeah, 2 with Jumpin'
and
Say My Name.
Say My Name.
Yeah, Jumpin' Say My Name. And yeah, that's it. Jumpin' Say My Name.
And her voice wasn't on either one of those songs.
No.
She was just a filler-in visual.
Yeah.
So why would she be on it?
We don't even know. She is a part of that because she's a part of the history.
But we don't even know how she sounds singing. Who's ever heard her sing?
Bitch, she's been going through too much lately. Only thing we can do is pray for her. It feels like something.
Nobody even thanks Farrah for the Destiny's Child era. Beyonce didn't even thank her. She thanked LaToya, Latavia, Michelle, and Kelly. She never even mentioned Farrah.
Yeah, but whatever the case may be, the tour needs to happen. Now I don't know how.
They are never going to allow Farrah to be on tour with them.
No.
No. Why? She wasn't on none of the songs.
Yeah.
Why would she ever be? I don't give a fuck if she was a part of the history. She don't have no vocals on any of those songs. What song is she going to sing? What song can we say, oh, Farrah killed that?
It's true. And you know.
I mean, hello.
just don't.
Why would she? Farrah is still looking for her luggage.
Yes. Bitch, I'll never forget that. Sail On. They played that song. They tried it, doing that to her. But yeah, shout out to Beyonce and Latoya. And Latoya has been killing it. Let me tell you, if y'all don't watch Greenleaf, y'all are really missing out. Like, she is a great actress. First of all, she's a good actress in whatever she's in.
Latoya is getting
this,
a check.
Yes, but on this show, she's playing a good mistress to the pastor.
Somebody asked, was that the pastor's baby? I saw somebody in the comments that was that the Pastor Greenleaf's baby?
Oh yeah, yes. Yes,
but I will say this. I love the fact that Destiny's Child split up all those years ago, and each one of them are doing their thing.
Yes.
Each one of them are doing their own fucking thing.
Yes.
All of them are still making money. All of them still working. Yeah, Beyonce may be the big one, but each one of them are still working. Michelle's still doing her thing. Kelly's still doing her thing. Latoya's doing her thing. Latavia's doing her thing. I don't know exactly what that is, but she's doing it.
Yeah, she released some song I didn't like.
Yeah,
so
but she's trying to
get the vocals together for the tour. Couldn't tell them.
You know what?
So, Michelle Obama.
Someone else who's doing it.
Yes.
Ooh, I
Michelle Obama.
I love her.
Michelle Obama.
You
can go to beingmichelleobama.com. Michelle Obama is going on tour. She's going on the 10-city book tour, and she's doing arenas. Okay. She's not going to your local
bookstore, Barnes and Noble.
Yes. She said, "Bitch, you're going to have an intimate evening with me inside of an arena,
and it's going to sell."
Yes, it is, and I'm trying to get tickets. She's coming here November 29th, so it's like right after Thanksgiving, the week after Thanksgiving.
Ooh, I ain't gonna be here.
Where you going to be?
I'm gonna be in Miami.
What's in there?
I'm getting my stomach. Hopefully, I can have it paid off, but. My my date is November 30th.
Oh yeah, but you can still see her the 29th and then fly out the next day.
Never.
She said no. So you're not gonna eat real good on Thanksgiving?
I don't eat like that. No way.
That's shit. I can't.
Okay.
I can't wait to Thanksgiving.
You go to 5 houses.
Sure.
I don't even eat at cookouts. Like I'll grab a bite like. Something like the new one, but my kids don't either. They wait till they get home and say, I'm hungry.
You should tell them you gotta eat.
I ain't telling them shit, I get pasta.
You can't eat, especially at this cookout, because everything's always burned.
Everything, that's what you burn. Nina burn every fucking thing.
Well, she ain't burn my food.
Other than the hamburgers don't be burned, but the chicken and stuff be burned.
Oh yeah, she was trying to fight me that night.
And then had the nerve to volunteer herself for Miss Helen's repast on Saturday. Was you standing out there when she did that?
Yes.
Oh,
but we're not gonna do all that on the video.
Listen, they won't be cooking out here. Oh, okay, because I can go around there. No, you cannot. No. Nobody wants you to burn nothing.
Somebody, they like it like that.
They like it like that.
No, bitch.
No.
Let me tell you, cause I got it together, cause
the best Cajun out
how the fuck you fry chicken like? No, cause she likes that shit like that, I don't like it like.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Like,
if it's too burnt and you keep taking no.
Don't be burnt.
I don't like it burnt like that. I don't like. But Amber had to jump on at our cookout. Because Amber was going back and forth with her, was like, you got too much burnt stuff on here. And Amber got so mad that she jumped on the grill like, it's way too much burnt stuff in this pan. Hello? I mean, these people are fucking it up, but that's because they're hungry and it's raining. But it's too much burnt stuff. What are you doing? Pay attention to this grill. Okay. And you know Amber was going to tell her.
Yeah.
And she did.
But back to Michelle. So Michelle has a new book coming out. And she's talking about, her time in the White House. She said some things not going to make a lot of people happy with what I got to write, but it's her story. And she said on this tour, she's bringing some friends with her, and they're going to be having some intimate conversations. And I'm interested in what those conversations are going to be. And then the tour starts in Chicago, November the 13th. So this is going to be after the election, which is midterms, November the 6th. So she's going to have a whole lot to say, whether it's good or bad. She's going to have a whole lot to say about the state of this country. And I just hope that Donald Trump.
Where's the church? Is it church?
No, it's not church.
You don't see it at the top?
They don't have the thing. They don't have the
turn it around. No, take it out and turn it around. That's T.I. and tell her that's this. Is it your food?
Sometimes my charger be working and sometimes it don't, but I don't know why it's not working.
Oh, it's working now.
Why would you let it get all the way to 1%?
Well, yeah, it keeps cutting on and off. Okay. There you go.
So yeah, if y'all get a chance, go to beingmichelleobama.com. Pre-order. You could like pre-order your ticket or something like that if you want to be in the arena with Michelle Obama. It seems like it's going to be a good tour, and we have to be.
I'm sure it's going to be good.
Yeah, I would love to be in there.
I just like, I don't know, it's just something about her.
Yeah, and you talking about arenas, it's like 20,000 seats. Like she should have no problem with everybody getting a chance to see her. But people will be coming from all over because it's only 10
They better
cities.
come from all over.
Oh yeah, I need to be in there.
She's the queen too.
That's right, Michelle Obama.
That's Michelle fucking Obama.
Right. Yeah. And speaking of Michelle Obama and voting, Jennifer Lewis has put out a video to Cardi B and Nicki Minaj, and she's calling on them, instead of fighting, she was singing in the video. She wants them to influence their people to go out and vote on November the 6th. And, you know, these midterms are very important. And I still feel like a lot of young people, do you vote?
Yeah, but we ain't on it.
You don't, not on you?
No, I vote though. I don't never vote like with the free stuff like that y'all talking about. Which I, need to. I always end up doing something, but I've been voting lately for, the president.
That's good.
But I feel like, people always say that stuff counts.
It does count.
It does. The primaries count because it helps with, for instance, right now in Congress, there are more Republicans than there are Democrats. So that means that Donald Trump has the upper hand to get laws passed because he has more people in his party helping to vote and put. So this way, if we can get Democrats voted in office in a few months, then he won't have that power and it'll be harder for him to get stuff passed. And then this way, if in 2020 we do elect a Democrat, then they'll have people already in place to help them get certain agendas passed. But even if we don't, even if Donald Trump, God forbid, if he wins again, it'll be really hard for him because now he has a Democratic Congress and can't really get nothing passed. So it's like, what the fuck are you in office?
And that's exactly what Obama had.
Right.
When he was in office, he couldn't get nothing done because they blocked everything that he did, or he tried to block everything.
Right.
They even blocked his Supreme Court nominee, Merrick Garland, talking about, whether you
that was horrible what they
6
did to
months.
Merrick Garland. Merrick Garland. That was horrible what they did to him. And they tried to justify it. And it just was like, this man is still president. And for them to say, oh, but he's about to leave office in a few months, let's just wait until after the election. Huh? It didn't make, and the fact that they were allowed to do that.
Yeah, that was a do-nothing Congress. They did absolutely nothing. Like, they were barely even showing up to work. It was bad. I'll never forget that. But Jennifer Lewis wants everyone to get out and vote, and we both want everyone to get out and vote. And today is the New York primary. So if you live in New York, hopefully you voted tonight. It's, what's her name? Sex in the City. And
Cynthia Nixon.
Cynthia Nixon and Mario Cuomo or Andrew Cuomo?
I think
it's one of the Cuomos.
Andrew? Let me see.
It could be Mario Cuomo.
But she's running for governor.
Yeah. And he, one of the Cuomo's brothers,
Andrew
Cuomo is already the governor. She's running against him. She wants to take him out of office. She doesn't want him to.
And he's the brother of Chris Cuomo on CNN.
CNN, yes. But I like Chris because when I see Andrew debate, and I say he's nothing like Chris Cuomo. Not at all.
Nothing like his brother. No.
Maybe because he's older, I don't know. But Chris, he ain't got nothing on Chris.
Their father was the governor of New York too.
Yeah. And then somebody else was.
And that was Mario.
And his father.
The
father and the grandfather.
I don't know too far back, but I know Mario was.
Or maybe it was just their father, yeah. But they name ring bells in New York.
Yeah, the Cuomos. Yes, they do.
Yes, they do. So yeah, everybody, we want y'all to get out and vote. Now, Donald Trump today put out a horrible statement. Something that I think should just get him impeached.
Everything should get him impeached.
Just for even tweeting how 3,000, he's saying that 3,000 people did not die on his watch when it comes to
Hurricane Maria.
Yeah, Hurricane Maria
and
in
that
Puerto Rico.
Democrats are making this
up about him. You say that to the people who have lost those family members and died and tried to get help or try to get water or try to get medicine. I just can't imagine being in that situation. Just like how people couldn't get medicine, couldn't get food, couldn't get a lot of stuff with Hurricane Katrina. So no, the hurricane didn't kill them on impact, but they have a death related to
Right. But that's just like 9/11. When people used to say that they didn't believe that all of those people died on 9/11. And I'd say, well, what do you say to the family members still at home whose loved ones didn't come home that night? What do you tell them?
Yeah.
How do you say that you don't think that all those people died? Well, what about those people who went to work that day and never came back home?
Yeah.
Where the fuck are they at?
And you know the sad thing is that
Or and just like the people who died after 9/11, months and years after 9/11, from contracting cancer and all that stuff, from that asbestos when those buildings collapsed and all that shit that was in the air and went in their lungs, that's 9/11 related deaths too.
It's making me mad, like I'm getting chills.
So to say that, not all these people actually died in hurricane, but that shows you how incompetent he is as not even just as a president, but as a human being, to think that if they didn't die from the actual hurricane, then that means that the other deaths are not hurricane related. That's like saying, I got into a car accident, I didn't die right away, but I died a few days later, so you didn't die from the car accident. But what the fuck did I die from? Or that man who was shot by that guy, that man who got shot back in 1981.
I remember that.
When Ronald Reagan got shot. And he was left paralyzed. And I think he died 30 years later. And some people say, oh, well, he didn't die from that. But he died from the injury. It doesn't matter if it happened 30 days later or 30 years later. He died from those injuries.
Yeah. Yeah.
So no, you that has been in jail for 30 years now you're in jail for murder.
Yeah.
You were originally in jail for attempted murder. Now you're in jail for murder because this person died. Yeah, he died 30 years later, but he died from what you did to him 30 years ago. So now you're in jail for murder.
That happened?
Yeah, this happened. Yeah, this really happened. 1981 when
I'm saying for some being in jail for attempted murder, but then
yeah, he was in when he shot those people in 1981. I don't think anybody died, or maybe a police
but I'm
officer
saying
died.
so they switched his sentence.
Well, yeah, you're now that happens a lot with people in jail. It'll switch if somebody dies. You see what I'm saying? Because now you're charged with murder. Because now this person is dead.
Yeah, deceased. Yeah. Yeah, but just to see that this morning, it just made me upset. And I just hope that everybody that came over from Puerto Rico, I hope they registered to vote if they stayed in Florida. And first of all, I hope they helped Andrew Gillum win the governor race in Florida. Hope that Stacey Abrams win. I just hope that Democrats sweep the United States of America.
I'm voting for all Democrats, and I'm voting for all blacks who are Democrats. Not blacks who are Republicans, but blacks who are Democrats.
And did you see Mitch McConnell? He's really worried. He's on that video talking.
He should be.
Yeah.
He should retire.
And I just can't. I will never understand how these Republicans who are in office now, you guys are going to be a part of history because you did shit against this president. You never stood out and said anything. And Paul Ryan, you are the Speaker of the House. You had no backbone.
But that's why he's getting ready to leave.
Yeah. But he wasn't going to say shit anyway.
With his goofy looking stuff. And I hope he don't decide to run for president. And I hope that's not one of the reasons.
Oh no, and he better not.
Yeah.
Because we're going to have a field day with him. And I'm not even going
to defend him. Yeah. I'm going to let Donald Trump tag and drag his ass.
Yeah.
All up and down the news. Because it's going to do it.
And plus he was scared to go against that guy. I don't even know his name. But somebody in his state was running against him. He was a plumber or some shit. But yeah,
remember Joe the plumber?
Yes. So I know he couldn't be a plumber. He's somebody. This lipstick on a pig, Joe the plumber.
Remember that?
That was a question.
Yeah.
that presidential thing was lit.
That was a
Obama and Michelle. Oh, what is a fist bump? Why
Jeremiah Wright?
Yes.
Remember that?
Yes. Oh my God. Oh, Obama goes to a racist church. He don't like white people. The 2008 campaign was lit.
They tried to.
Oh my God! They tried to anything they could try to find on Obama. That's why they did it. Because you can't
his
find
middle name
nothing
is
on
Hussein.
him. Yes. Also, it's a link with Saddam Hussein. They tried everything. Everything. And it just couldn't work. It just couldn't work.
And they hated the fact that John McCain would come out and defend him.
Yeah.
Well, why are you defending him?
Yeah, he is a terrorist, huh? See, that was the Donald Trump that didn't.
When what's the name says she can see Alaska from her backyard.
Saturday night.
No, not Alaska, Russia.
Russia. I would watch Saturday Night Live just to see Tina Fey play
Sarah Fay.
Yes, it was good. Those were the. And then Katie Curry was like, "Well, what newspaper do you read?" I read such. I do this. I do that. Katie Curry. That's what really showed us who Sarah Palin really was. And thank you, Katie Curry. And then they was never doing interviews with her. And anytime they did do an interview, I was watching. Charlie Gibson got her together. Katie Curry got her together. What you say?
I don't think she was at John McCain's funeral, right? See,
No, she didn't get anybody.
no, because he didn't really want her to do his running mate.
Yeah, but did she say something about him for her to not get a? See now, like
I don't even think she put out a statement about him dying, did she?
I didn't check.
After that election, that's when they came out and said he didn't really want her anyway.
No, they forced him to get her.
He wanted Joe Lieberman.
But they didn't want to have a Democrat on their ticket. I don't know if he's independent at the time.
I think he was independent at the time. Remember when he was running with Al Gore, he was a Democrat, and then some years later he became an independent.
Yes.
But he still had left-leaning views.
Yes, and I'm mad. I'm still mad that they stole that election from Al Gore because they should have counted all of those votes in Florida. Maybe our economy would have never got fucked up.
You know, he's not with his wife no more.
He isn't?
No, they divorced. They've been divorced for a few years now. He was at John McCain's funeral too, and she wasn't there with him either. He was sitting right in the front row with them.
I did not even look for her.
He was sitting right in the front.
I've seen
Yeah,
him.
they've been divorced for some years now.
What?
They ain't together.
Bitch, let me Google that. Look, go what you about to say.
No, I'm just gonna let you Google it.
I did not know.
What did you type in?
Al Gore, Tipper Gore. She and the wife.
See, 2010, they separated.
Divorce.
But they're divorced now.
Subtle cracks. I did not know. No, she's separated.
2010.
Oh, but they're still married because they never got a divorce. They separated in 2010, but they still married.
Well, they've been not together for 8 years. So they need to shine it. Well,
I could, but I won't. On that note, thank y'all for watching. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Please be safe. Don't do nothing stupid this weekend, okay?
Yeah.
Don't go outside. Stay in the house.
cheaper to fucking keep.
Yes, it is. Because it doesn't say divorce. And what you call them is real good for having divorce and when they got divorced. Simple good. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, Tipper.
Thank you, Charlotte, for
She could have been.